All right, guys, let's battle. Okay, this is the follow-up post to Mythic Finance, and it is going to be showing you two things: the battles and how they go, and the leaderboards and the prize, and the special NFT that you can get with the magic token. Now, last post I showed you the farms that you could get into that would farm the magic token, and I'll show you how you can get a higher level guy and explain some of the math that has to do with going ahead and combining them, because that's more connected to the leaderboard and the battle system. So let's go ahead and get into it. Again, this is Mythic Finance, and one of the things I am going to want to bring up here is the mint page really quick to talk about, and then we're going to get straight into battling. So last time I did show you me minting some NFTs. I only minted a couple live because it does take some time. Binance is fast, but it's still an interface where you do have to go ahead, hit this, you have to wait for it to spawn, you have to wait for the confirmations, and then you get to see it. But the big reason why I didn't show you all the combining is because combining does take some time. This will eventually load up and it'll show you your different cards. Now, currently there are two ways to level cards, so I wanted to talk about this again, even though I briefly talked about it before. You can either combine two cards of the same level and get a new one. I did find out that if you battle with a card and then combine it, the new level 2 does not get any of the stats boost, so you should do all your buying of NFTs and combining to get to a certain level and then start to battle to level up, because each battle costs one transaction in BNB to do, and then that is why battling is going to be kind of an interesting give and take between trying to level up your character and whether or not you should just be buying cards and combining them. To give you an example, of 60 transactions of around 0.003 BNB is going to burn you around $100 of BNB, while BNB's at $575. So that means to level your card one time on the battlefield, you will have to pay over $100. No matter what level you are currently at, you have to get 60 experience to level up, because it's not really a progressive thing. It's just spending that much BNB to do the battles. Now, you can save a little bit of money if you do it at the right time, because sometimes you can get cheaper transactions than 0.003. You can sometimes get 0.002, I've seen. And so you can maybe just do a battle per day. There are lots of farms out here that you can go ahead and get into. You will see I did mint all the NFTs from the tokens the team generously provided to me. Again, the details will be in this post. I'll make sure you guys know that I did get some free tokens to play around with this, so I could try it out and so I could make these videos and really try to share this platform with you. So I got 3 whole NFTs out of minting about 40 of them. I got no rares or higher. These are going to be very, very rare cards, it seems to get. So if you get super lucky and get one of the high level ones, then you can get straight into battling. These guys do start at level 2. So as you can see, even though they're not combined, they're at level 2. I did do all my combining. One of the things that's kind of interesting, this little drop down, no matter how many you have, it's going to show you it's going to show some of them multiple times to fill in this little drop down. So it's kind of a buggy thing. But my highest ones, I have a level 5, and I have a level, is it 4? Let me see if I can get it to load. Yeah. So I was able to get a level 5 and a level 4. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple battles with the level 5. As you can see, I've already done a couple test battles, so his defense is up a little bit. I'm not going to do a lot of battles because I am going to be looking to get a few more snakes in the near future so that I can do a combine to get them to level 6. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk to you about combining is opposed to spending $100 to do 60 battles, you can buy your Mythic tokens and go ahead and keep buying minting NFTs, and so you'll need to get a certain amount to get to level 5. You can do the math. I'm not going to do it for you because really, come on guys, you got to do a little bit of work if you want to get into this stuff. But you know, it takes 2 level 1s to make a level 2, 2 more level 1s to make another level 2. Combine those 2 cards get you a level 3. So 4 cards get you a level 3. 4 more cards get you another level 3. And then those 2 level 3s get you a level, it can then be turned into a level 4. So you would need to have, that was 2 and 2 to get 2 level 2s, 2 more, then you combine those for 1 level 3, then another 4 to get another level 3, and then those 8 would shrink down all the way into 1 level 4. And then you would have to do 8 again to get another level 4, so 16 of them combined made this level 5. And my level 4 over there has 8, so I will need to get 8 more. I do have a few other snakes, but now that I broke down how you would level them up with combining, you can do the math on those. $6 per NFT to mint today. You might get lucky and get a super cool one, but if not, you get these snakes and you start combining them, and you can try to get to a level 5 or a level 4. And you can see that if you needed around 8 of them at $6 per pop, you're looking at $48 to get all the way to level 4, as opposed to $100 to get up 1 level by doing battles. So battling is going to be more of people doing to try to move up slightly on the leaderboard, and I'll explain that to you as we get over to the battling page. So let's go ahead and first show you, this is something I forgot in the last post, so I just wanted to quickly feature it. This is the one other NFT that you can get in the game that's not featured on the Medium post that I'm going to be sharing in both of these posts, and this is the Galaxy Creep. You can only get him with magic, so you either have to buy 4 magic tokens, or you have to get into the farm the magic tokens, and then go ahead and buy this guy. Now this is another way that you could go, but 4 magic tokens is more expensive than any of the other NFTs that you can mint. You're talking about a $50 NFT. I'll have to get one of these and see what level they start at. I don't know. I will be doing follow-up posts. I'll let you follow me along as I'm trying to compete in the Leaderboard, as I'm trying to level up my guy and things like that. So let's go ahead and get over here to the battleground. So as you can see, I just had a fight and I just won. So to explain how battles work, they currently are not random at all. The character that has higher attack power and level will always build a lower level with their against their defense. So you do your the actual in the Medium post you can read the exact way, but basically if you're bigger than the other person, higher level, higher stats, you will win the fight. However, the losing side has no downside. If their creature happens to win the fight, they do get a win and they get a reward. So having high level monsters with good stats, so if you level yours up by spending the BNB to do a battle, that isn't a bad move, because if you happen to get matched up in a fight, you might win. And if you win that fight, you're going to get a reward for winning that fight. Passively rewarded if your monsters are strong enough to win a fight. So this level 5, I'm kind of hoping some people go ahead and hit him, since I went ahead and leveled him to level 5 and I did a few battles, so he has some stats. So if this guy were to ever attack me, I would win. He would lose a health point and go down to 9, and that would mean that he is getting closer to death. Now he can do 1 potion that would cost him $14 or 1 magic token today, and that would give him all the way back to 10 health. He can do, so basically you can go ahead now the one thing I haven't confirmed, and I'll do this in one of my follow-up posts, or I'll confirm it once I finally lose a fight, because I haven't actually lost one yet. I've been lucky. I'm guessing this is because there's a lot of these level 1 or non-leveled up or non-battled snakes out there in the world. And so when you fight these, they're all ones, they're easy wins. I havened really fought anybody that's leveled up one up very strong. Even when I was testing it out before, I won every fight. We'll go ahead and do a fight right now, because maybe I can find an answer while this is happening. Now, as you can see, I have to pay the 0.00365 right now, because that's the current price for 5 GUI. It's going to take you a little while. It's going to do a fun little Godzilla animation here while you're waiting, so that's kind of fun. I do suggest the team go ahead and maybe get a couple different gifts that can happen while you're doing this, because otherwise while you're sitting there battling, you might be a little bit bored. Okay, so see, I got another win. My guy is getting stronger with each win, so his stats will go ahead and get leveled up, and I will have a good chance of keeping on running into these lower ones. Now, why might someone do this, right? I'm paying this BNB and I'm getting easy wins, and my monster's getting a little bit stronger. I already explained to you, it does give me the opportunity to have my cards go ahead and let's see if I bring up my other one, my level 4, which is my 829. Let me load him in. We'll do one battle with him. This one, as you can see, he's at all ones. I kind of want to see a loss so I can just see what happens. Hopefully my NFT doesn't blow up. That would be pretty sad. Now, since I'm level 4, if I fought a level 1, even though our stats are equal, and a tie goes to the attacker. So that's kind of nice. I have seen 2 versus 2, you win. So if you're level 1 and you fought somebody else level 1, so see, I got 8 versus 4 because the way they do it is they do my attack and magic power times my level gave me 8 versus his level 2 times his 1-2 defense. This is how the math works. I now see it because of 8 and 4. So he got 2 times 2 after you add these together, gave him a 4 attack. I got 4 times 2, gave me an 8 attack. So now my card went ahead and leveled up. If you wait long enough, you'll see the stats change. So now my character went from being a 8 attack to a 16 attack because it'll be 4 here times 4. And on defense, I would also be a 4. Since all my stats are 2, I would go ahead and be a level 4 times 8. So I have 2 characters now that if some of these people try to hit me with some of these lower level characters, they're going to lose. And so that's kind of something that you can try to do to level up. But the other part is the prize pool. So like I said, as people mint NFTs, they are going to go ahead and build up this prize pool. This is what we are competing for. Now this prize pool will build up for a certain place and then it will get paid out proportionately to the top 20 players. Now I need to confirm if the highest level player gets the most items or if it's equal across each level. I have heard from the team that basically out of these level 6 characters that are on the board, the thing that'll separate who's on first place and who's on last place is their experience number, because you get 1 per battle, which means you battled the most. That's why I'm not going to do any more battle examples today, because I am going to try to get my level 5 to a level 6 before the end of the season, and then I will do some additional battles, because the one problem is when I reset him to level 6, I'm going to have to start over at all ones. Now, when I attack, I'll have 6 times 2, so I'll start off with an attack of 12. So that, I'll win against a lot of the people who haven't leveled up their people at all, but I would lose probably against any of these other level 6s on the boards if I was to hit them. I have to also see when I update into the leaderboard, because I do have a level 5. I should theoretically be on here above these level 4s, and there are currently some level 3s. So as you can see, you do not have to buy quite as many as I did to go ahead and get a monster to a level that could compete on this battlefield. So I hope this gives you some encouragement that if you come into this game, you decide to get into it, you decide to get into minting these NFTs, having a little bit of fun, you decide to get into the farming, because that's a way that you can make some passive returns from these tokens, then you can go ahead and get a chance to get into that leaderboard. And this is going to be one of those things where those of us who play early are going to be an advantage at the end, because like I said, it takes 60 battles to level up, and the combining to level up cheaper only works to a certain level. Once you get to a certain level, you'd be better off just go ahead and spending $123 as opposed to minting a whole bunch more NFTs. Now you're going to have to pay attention to the price of Mythic, because if it drops down in value a lot, well then I'm going to buy some, I'm going to mint a bunch of NFTs, and I'm going to combine them, and I'm going to have a super high guy, because I'm going to be able to be on top of the leaderboard for a long time if I get way ahead, knowing that it takes serious investment for anybody to catch me. And this is one of the ways that we fuel the value of the Mythic token. People get competitive, they want to be on top of this leaderboard, they want to be winning their share of this prize, and currently with Mythic tokens sitting around $24, that's a pretty decent little prize pool for such a small amount of people, only 20 people. And the 2 magic tokens are also not a bad. Now the magic tokens come into here when people use potions. That'll probably get fueled more as we get more players and it gets a little bit more competitive in the battlefield, because the only way you need a potion is if you attack and lose. And I don't know, the only thing I don't know, like, is, let's say like this was a 2 and that was a 4, so I lost 2 to 4 because I was a level 1 fighting this guy. Would I take 2 points of damage, so my health would drop to 8? And if I fought somebody like me that had 16 or 20 damage, would my guy possibly die? I don't think they're going to do that. I'm pretty sure you're going to lose 1 health per. And once I find that out, I will put a pinned comment on both of my posts explaining how much health you can lose a fight, or anybody who's a member of the team, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to end that here because we're at 15 minutes. I really covered everything I wanted to cover on the battlefield. I hope this showed you why I really like this game, but I'm going to be doing one last post. It's going to be about 10 minutes, just kind of recapping everything and where I see this game going. Thank you very much. This is Steve saying goodbye.